Your next assignment requires you to do a business profile or write a how-to story. So let's start with the business profile. Much like a personality profile, you can use the 5-box method that Charlie Ramirez described earlier in this semester, or you can do some other kind of delayed lead. Probably the best idea is to use some kind of anecdote or roundup or something like that to get people into the story. So here's a couple stories I had written back in the Detroit News Time when I was freelancing for them and I was writing business profiles. So one of the things you want to do is you want to do some reporting. So interview some people who are involved in the business, get some stories. And if you can tie it to some kind of fact, stat, report, trend, or something like that, that makes it real helpful. So here's a story about Just Bake back when they first opened in 2009. So I had interviewed the owners of the company and then found some information from an organization that I just basically looked up online, the Retail Bakers of America, finding out why cupcakes were such a big deal. So I added that sort of stat, that little idea into the story just to give it some context, some sort of heft. Here's a story I just did about basically a batting box where kids can go and get pitched to and hit baseballs. Actually, I don't even know how I got the idea for this. I think I drove by it and saw that this had opened and thought that'd be a good idea. So I interviewed some of the people who were there, interviewed the owner, and then I got some information about how many people play baseball from the Sporting Goods Manufacturers Association. Again, this was just an internet search kind of thing. Pretty easy to do is to tie this sort of story about this batting cage to a trend or a current event kind of thing. Here's about 5 guys. Again, starting sort of with a featurey kind of lead. He wants to open a number of restaurants that will match the name on the sign above those establishments. 5 guys, 5 restaurants. Here, because I had connections and had been doing this for many years, I was talking to someone at sort of a firm that keeps track of retail and mostly restaurant kind of things. This might be a little harder for you guys to do because I was actually working for a newspaper at the time, so it was easy for me to contact them, but you should be able to tie it into some kind of trends or reports that are available pretty freely on the internet in terms of restaurant growth or things like that. The last one I'll show you, and I've attached all these into the file. This talked about people cleaning up after foreclosures. Again, back in 2008, 2009, Michigan was really hit hard by the foreclosure crisis, and a lot of people are needing firms to come in and clean the houses out so they could sell them again. So I talked to the leader of the clean team. He added a new sort of enterprise to his business, and again, finding some stats about foreclosures just to add to the story to give it some kind of context. So that's one of your stories if you want to do it for this week. So you've got a sort of a twofer kind of thing, or a either or. You can do a story about a business, a service, an organization, a nonprofit. They could be introducing something new. They could be doing something different. They could be adding a new store. It could be a franchise, a mom and pop. It's pretty much up to you. The other option, a little more creative, a little more different, is to create a how-to. You can create a traditional how-to based on writing text, or if you want to sort of play around with multimedia, go to howcast.com and maybe create a little video how-to. And again, this is not how you do something. You need to talk to people who are experts in it. So you look at some of the options they have available on their website as of the day I recorded this. So if you wanted to make how to make cake decorating flowers, talk to an expert, someone at a bakery, and do a brief couple-minute how-to video. Or you can do a traditional text story. You know, how to take care of your pets, yo-yo tricks. It's up to you. So if you've got some expertise in an area and know people who have expertise, use them, bring them in, and do a little video or a traditional how-to story. So that's your assignment for this week. Have fun with these, and good luck.